This is just a really funny story, you guys. I cannot help myself but cover this, quite frankly. CNN Plus launched, and it was disastrous, like absolutely disastrous, as we've all been on the left predicting for months and months and months, right? Um, CNN Plus, for those that don't know, is CNN's attempt to go into the streaming game and the podcast game. Immediately following their launch, they had to drop their prices substantially to try to bring in more subscribers. They spent some $250 million marketing this new CNN Plus platform. And what they've got so far is 18,000 subscribers. You guys, what do I even say to that? I'm not, I'm not trying to get up on my high horse. I'll get a few hundred views on my live streams. It's not like I'm getting some massive viewership, but I'm also algorithmically oppressed in a way that CNN is not. And I also, for those at home, this might be shocking to you, but I don't have a $250 million advertising budget. We at RP do not spend that kind of money marketing our content, only to come up with 18,000 subscribers. So I just find this, entirely hilarious. The only reason that independent content creators have any sort of an ability to bring in an audience at all is because of precisely how awful the mainstream media is, and CNN doesn't seem to understand that at all. This is in TechCrunch. CNN Plus's launch may be off to a bumpy start, numbers suggest. CNN Plus launched on Tuesday, March 29th, and is already showing mediocre results in terms of standalone mobile app installs. Sensor Tower released its initial figures, first reported by Insider, that showed the CNN app, which now houses the new streaming service, added about 18,000 installs on the day of the launch. During the 7 days ending March 22nd, it had an average of 9,000 installs per day. CNN's new service includes a mix of daily news panels and documentaries such as The Land of the Giants, Titans of Tech, The Murdochs, Empire of Influence, as well as CNN anchors Anderson Cooper, Wolf Blitzer, Don Lemon, and Jake Tapper, and more. I mean, I just can't even help but laugh at that being written as though it's some sort of promotion. Wolf Blitzer? Who the fuck at home is like, where's Wolf Blitzer's content? I don't get enough of him. Oh, my goodness gracious. The subscription only costs $5.99 per month. They dropped it, though. Plus, CNN is offering a limited time deal and is giving new subscribers 50% off the standard monthly plan for a lifetime, which is just $2.99 per month. When you have to drop your price, cut your price in half right off the bat, it's not a good sign. Not great. Not great stuff, especially when you spend $250 million advertising the product. The company has gone all in on the service, throwing a pricey launch event at South by Southwest and running an ad during the Oscars broadcast where spots cost as much as $2.2 million. Ahead of the launch, CNN Plus spent approximately $322,000 in 2021, per Cantor's estimates noted by Insider. One person familiar with the numbers informed her that overall, Warner Media spent around $100 million to market CNN Plus, which is more than what the network typically spends in a year on marketing. A CNN executive said the launch budget was around $250 million. There's the number I keep citing. By comparison, Disney spent some $135 million in TV advertising for Disney Plus in the first half of 2020, according to eMarketer. So listen, it's always fun to be able to laugh at CNN, right? And their lack of understanding of why they can't seem to retain their audience, or bring in any new viewership in target demographics at all. They basically thrive on people like 55 and up, and that is it. And it's no sign of success to have a bunch of people basically leave your network on their television while they go about their day, paying almost no attention to it, which seems to be a large portion of their reported viewership on their regular network. But guys, 18,000 on your first day when you've spent $250 million on a product. I mean, can you imagine the humiliation? Just imagine. Pick your favorite leftist commentator, right? Someone on the left who's independent, doesn't get a whole ton of views. Maybe they're popular, but they don't get a whole ton of views. Imagine if they had $250 million to market their product. Where would they be right now, right? This totally disproves the notion of meritocracy, right? like CNN and cable news totally disprove that notion. They get their high viewers. I mean, they're tanking proportionally, right, compared to what they should be putting up. But they get a lot more viewers than a lot of independent sources do. But they suck so bad that whenever they have to come into a market where they actually have to compete, where they don't have a monopoly over it, they end up slammed, even though they've spent all this money on marketing. 18,000 subscribers, you guys. And by the way, that's only the people that added the app. A lot of those people, that's actually an overestimate, because that's not subscriber totals. A lot of those people may have just downloaded the app, noticed that the subscription was going to cost them a monthly fee, and said, fuck that. So who knows how many of those 18 actually even subscribed to the content. That's just who downloaded the app. What an embarrassment. What an absolute embarrassment. We in independent media thank CNN for their incompetence and for sending their viewers our way. And I'll continue to cover that story just because I get a kick out of it, and I get a little bit of schadenfreude out of seeing CNN and their demise.